just what I do. Hope you're having a great day, and I greatly appreciate you clicking on this video. Another project I'm working on. But today, we are over here in the garage, and I am a mechanic today. Because on the last trip to the mountains, probably the one before last, before you see this one, my check engine light popped on. Which is, of course, why not, pile on. My year's going so great to begin with. But anyways, it had popped 5 different codes. I'll show you the codes. P0140, P2271, P0138, P0036, and P0037. Those all conclude to one thing, and that is my Bank 1 Sensor 2 has gone out. Now, a year or two ago, I can't quite remember how long ago, my Bank 1 Sensor 1 went out. But, I did the fuse check. There is a fuse check to make sure that it's the sensor and not just a blown fuse. Is you find the fuse under your hood in the fuse box. Look for, I forget which ones you look for, but mine was ECU. The plain ECU, there's 3 different ECUs, but the plain ECU is the one you want to swap out with the good one. When you start your car, the check engine light should go off. If it suddenly, after driving just a little bit, pops back on, then you definitely know your sensor has gone out. But I'm going to show you where the sensor is. I'm not going to show you everything because it's a bugger. But I'm going to show you where the sensor is at least. Now this is a 2008 Hyundai Sonata V6 3.3 liter. Now I am fixing the downstream, not the upstream. There's all kinds of complicated mumbo jumbo jargon. But it finally stopped raining. Sun's starting to come out so I can actually do something. Here's my car. I got it up on jacks. But, yeah. See, it's a V6 3.3 liter. I did the fuse check, the check engine light went off, and then when we did Monday Fun Day, check engine light popped back on. So that means when I'm done, I have to replace the fuse, and it's a 10 amp fuse. It's a little fuse, not the big ones. But, hold on, let me go on the other side. Okay, I ran and got my light. Now, this is kind of hard to see, but I'm going to try and get the camera down there for you to see what the heck I'm talking about. And I'll circle it or something in editing. That right there is Bank 1 Sensor 1. And as you can see, the cord goes up to right there. Yeah. Let's see, zoom in. That is Bank 1 Sensor 1. I forgot this camera zooms. Now, the other, this is the electrical to it, this one right here, because you can follow the cord down to it. This is the one we're after today, this one right here. And it goes down and under the car. Yeah. Great, right? Next to the catalytic converter. So, first things we need to do is undo the electrical. It's just easier. You don't bind it up and screw it up even more. And as you can see, there's little metal clips that you have to pull the wire off of as you go through. But it's pretty simple. Undo that clip, take it off from down there, drop it down below, and then we'll go down below and I'll show you where the sensor is and how I'm going to get it off, because I don't have a sensor socket. So, let's see if we can get this done. And then I like taking the part to O'Reilly's. O'Reilly's is the cheapest one that has these. So I'm going to take the part with me to O'Reilly's because you want to make sure that electrical component matches with the one you're buying. If it doesn't, you're screwed. You gotta try again. And I'm doing the plug-and-play type, not the splice type, because I don't feel like worrying about my splicing ability. So, I'm going to do that. We'll see you on the other side. Okay, again, this is a 2008 Hyundai Sonata V6 3.3 liter. Here is the cat. And this is the oil pan for reference. And mine is located right there. Bank 1, sensor 2. Now that's what we're trying to get off. It's gonna be a butt, I already know. But you want to make sure that you remove it from the clips and anything binding it up there, so that way it can spin freely. But I guess I didn't need the light down here. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Not that one. Alright, I'm gonna go see if I can find the right wrench, because these aren't the right wrenches. Okay, finally popped that loose, because again, I don't have an oxygen sensor wrench. So, I used this Versa wrench. It's got a head that opens up wide enough, and just cranked on it, and it popped free. So now, we'll go up above, finish removing the electrical, and then just do everything in reverse, and make sure you tuck it back up into those. And then, yeah. So I'll probably end up doing that tomorrow. I don't know, depends on timing. But, you can clean these, but, just buy a new one. So, I'm gonna go finish with the electrical. Now when you go to put it in, put the sensor in first and don't tap anything. Just put it in, snug it up, and then run your electrical up. Because you don't want to bind up your wires and snap something inside, and then you have to go get a new one again. So, let me go remove the electrical up above, and then we'll go from there. Okay, it's the next day. It's a really nice sunshiny day today. Better than it was yesterday. And we're just going to do everything reverse. And that is stick it in the hole. And obviously I don't have the cord up above yet, just to make sure that it won't bind. Because that's one thing you don't want to do is bind up your electrical line. Hold on. Okay, I got that in. Took me a bit, because you have to make sure that you twirl the cord so you don't want your electrical to screw up. Now, you don't want to super snug it, but you want to snug it enough to crush the crush washer inside, like a quarter turn. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. And I can't. There we go. And again, I'm using a Versa wrench. Hold on, let me tighten this and I'll be right back. Alright, got that all nice snugged in there. Now all we do is feed the electrical back up and make sure we snug it back into the electrical clips. Got that one in there. And then there's one more that I can't really showed it from up above. But we get that all snugged in there. There we go. All in there like it's supposed to be. So it doesn't flop around. You don't want it flopping around or touching things or dragging on the ground, because then you end up with a short and you have to do this all over again. So now I'm going to go up above and plug all the electrical part back together, and then all we have to do is swap out the fuse and we're done. So now all we do is take the electrical, made sure that the ends match. That's why I took it with me, is you want to make sure the electrical matches, because if it doesn't match, you're not going to be able to put it back together. Not going to work. Slide it back together, push it all the way down, and then make sure you push down the safety latch. Push it all the way down, and now, as you can see, it won't come back apart. That's exactly what you want. You didn't really hear a snap, but it won't come back apart. Now I did pull this piece off my old one because it needs to slide back into the bracket back behind. Put that down in the bracket gently without breaking it. And that's it. All done. Well, not all done. We still need to do the fuse. Let's do the fuse real quick. Okay, I finally found a spare 10 fuse. Number 10 fuse. Because I used the spare one that was in here. But what we are looking for is ECU, which is the number 3 on this model. Again, this is a 2008 Hyundai Sonata V6 3.3 liter. And on this one we're looking for the ECU, which is number 3. So we're going to pull it. Replace it with the new one. Just that simple. That's it. Put the lid back on. That's all we need to do with that. And we are completely done with this project. It is half and a half. So when we go inside, we turn the key. We don't even need to turn it on, but turn the key. There should not be a check engine light anymore. Okay, I totally forgot one part I had to do. I plugged back in my OBD2 machine, code reader machine, and had it read the codes. It only popped one code now, which was saying the bank 1 sensor 2, which we just replaced together. So I told it to erase the codes because I replaced it. So I erased the codes and no more check engine light. So that solved the problem. Yay. Now I'll show you another way to erase the codes if you don't have one of these OBD2 machines. It's really simple. Yeah, in case you take it to O'Reilly's and they give you a code, you look up the code online, but you don't have a way to erase the codes without having to go back to O'Reilly's. There's a simple way. I'm sure most people know it, but I'll show you anyways. Give me just a second to get out of the car. Now the other simple way to erase your codes if you don't have an OBD machine is just disconnect your battery. Yeah, my terminals need to be cleaned. But just disconnect your battery, count to like 10, and then put it back together, make sure everything's tightened back down, and that erases the codes in your computer. So, that's it for this video. I hope this video helps somebody, and I greatly appreciate you watching this video all the way to the end. I'll put that away. I hope you'll subscribe if you found this interesting and helpful. Don't forget to whack my like thingy. Leave any questions or comments down below. I greatly appreciate you watching this video, and I hope you'll check out my other videos. There's cooking videos, there's animal videos, there's wandering in the Colorado mountain videos. Fishing has been a little challenging lately, but should start picking up soon since it's warming out. We should be able to fish open water soon, if not already. Fishing is always Wednesdays. Mountain trips are always Friday and Sunday. And then don't forget to check out Monday Fun Day. That's with the pups. I'm taking them to different parks to get them ready to go to the mountains to see what their mama loved doing. So I'm going to stop rambling. The last thing I need to do is get the car on the ground because it's still up in the air. And we're done. I fixed it. So again, thanks for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to whack my like thingy. Hope this helps somebody. And what do you think, Mama? I think I fixed it.